Hello, my name is Parsons. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the rare snakes of Ohio. Uh, First three I will talk about are the venomous snakes, which are the copperhead, the Massasauga rattler, and the timber rattler. Now the copperhead is a beautiful snake with a reddish coppery head and a body that has marbling, normally dark brown or light brown with tan to pink underlie. It has an elliptical eye, as do all three of the venomous snakes in Ohio. Copperheads also have a pit in between their nose and their eye, which allows them to be classed with the pit vipers. Pit vipers use this pit to see heat. I bet you didn't know that snakes have thermal vision. These snakes also, which many people don't know, give birth live. This snake enjoys living in moist areas with a lot of places to hide, like lumber piles or old quarries. The next snake is the Massasauga rattler. As you can tell by the name, it is a rattlesnake, but it is endangered in Ohio. It's a beautiful snake with a light brown to dark brown undercolor with dark dorsal blotches on its back. This snake also has the pit and the elliptical eyes of venomous snakes in Ohio. Now, this snake also gives birth live. When you approach this snake, it will rattle if threatened, but will mostly try to hide. But if you see it, try to stay away from it. It's better safe than sorry. This snake will most likely be found in swamps that don't have a lot of standing water in them. The next venomous snake is the timber rattler. Now this is the largest venomous snake in Ohio, with an average size about 3 to 4 feet, but this snake can also exceed to over 6 feet. It has two color phases, the black and the yellow. The yellow is what you see here, with its absolutely beautiful crossbands on it. Now, this snake, as does the Massasauga, has a rattle. Now, the rattle, used for defense, can also be used to identify it, as well as the Massasauga. This snake is actually a really calm one, so if you do see it, you might not even know that you were looking at a rattlesnake until you see its tail. Because most of the time it will not rattle unless it is possibly stepped on or something. But once again, better safe than sorry. Stay clear. This snake also has the pit and elliptical eyes of venomous snakes. Now, these also give birth live, but they can only have kids once they turn 6 years of age. These snakes are fond of woods, hence the name timber rattler, but also like to climb around on rocks. Now we go on to the more gentle snakes, the non-venomous snakes. The first non-venomous snake is the gray rat snake. Now this is actually a different color phase of the black rat snake, which is one of the most common snakes of Ohio. But this color phase is absolutely beautiful, and it's so much more prized because of its rarity. This snake is actually the largest snake in Ohio and can reach over 8 feet long. Now, when you see this snake, and when you see it, you'll love it. You'll immediately think that it looks dangerous, but it's actually not. It's really, really calm. If you pick it up, now this snake is okay because it's not venomous. It will, however, try to defend itself with a defense mechanism called musking. It will wrap itself around you and then basically pee on you. It does not smell good, so try to avoid that at all costs. These snakes actually are tree climbers, so you can even find them hanging in trees. The next snake I have to tell you about is the Lake Erie water snake. This snake is actually just pulled off the endangered list and onto threatened in Ohio and worldwide, because this snake only lives in one area, Lake Erie. Now, this can have about 30 snakelings, but only 15% survive. They are aggressive but not venomous, so unless you don't mind a little bit of a challenge, try not to catch them. Now, if you can understand and see the snakes of Ohio, you'll start thinking, wait, these aren't quite as bad. These are actually pretty cool. So if you know what kind of snake to look at, then you can